Here we go. Let's go down the loadouts here. Ship number 1 is the Attenuation. It is piloted by Finks. It is a Hades Mobula with a Artemis Banshee bottom and an Gatling and an Artemis top. Ship number 2, as we have spots already going out, it is the Libgil. It is a Hwacha fish piloted by Luosi. Hwacha on the front and a Gatling Caro side. Take it away.
Third ship is a Mobula called the Fancy, piloted by Dementio, aka Daniel. It's an Artemis Carronade on bottom deck, and Artemis Gatling top deck with a Hades on the middle on the top. And last but not least is the Maenad, piloted by Arius. Arius? Yes, Arius. It is Gatling on the front, Banshee on the side, Gatling in the back.
Outstanding, as the action is already underway. The action hard and fast on this match. We got a couple 1v1s going on. The squids are basically trying to take out each of them. The squid is trying to take out the Mobula here, the Maenad and the Attenuation. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the Libgil is going after the Fancy here. Unfortunately, bad luck right there with the Hwacha, missing wildly right there. Remember, there is a 20-minute time limit with potential for overtime, so we'll try to move back and forth between the action here. It looks like the main action, though, is going to be between the Fancy and the Libgil right now. We've got a hull break on the... Oh, no, we got a balloon break on the Fancy right now. Fancy may bounce here. If they can do a nice follow-up Hwacha, they could put some permahull damage on the Fancy. No, they're not quite going to bounce, though. Unfortunate for the Libgil.
At the same time, the squid is repetitively getting hull breaking, having his hull being chipped away by a Gatling, by the Attenuation. Yeah, it's doing squid things, you know, trying to stay out of arc, trying to loop around, trying to make the Mobula's life hard. While I say that, he gets hull breaking again.
But he seems to be holding up pretty good right now, as the Libgil is really pushing the action on the Fancy. Fancy having just all sorts of problems getting guns into arc. Meanwhile, we got hull breaks everywhere with the Maenad and the Attenuation. This is going to be very interesting here. The Banshee's coming out right now on the Attenuation. However, chem sprays are doing well. The engineer's doing a good job keeping those chem sprays up, as the Maenad has been hull broken. Now, on the other side of the map, the Libgil picks up a kill on the Fancy. First blood goes to Red. Storm Riders 1-0 up on Fancy Maenad Ryders. Meanwhile, the squid not doing squid things right now. They are hull broken. However, it looks like they may be in full tank mode here in just a moment. Libgil coming in from the flank. Here comes the Hwacha. That's going to be the death nail right there. There go engines. There goes the armor. There go the explosions. 2-0 Red.
Yeah, the Maenad really did notice a bit too late that he had a fish behind him, kind of forcing death upon himself.
Indeed, and when a goldfish is at point-blank range on your engines as a squid, yeah, it's over at that point once they get your engines. Remember, on a squid, engines are your lifeblood more than anything. If you can't move, you can't live.
Well, what about the balloon and the hull, of course?
Well, the balloon and the hull, of course, but engines more than anything. And balloon is... The thing with the squid is, squids rely on maneuverability. Yes, it only takes 4 spanner shots to rebuild the armor, but still, at the same time, if you can move, then your armor doesn't go down and your hull doesn't go down. So, the permahull on the squid is fairly weak compared to other ships, so you want to be able to move to avoid damage as opposed to take it.
Right. Well, that's absolutely true. And as many more powerful projectiles move a bit slower, such as the Hades, the Flak, even a Hwacha moves pretty slow if you're at full speed on a squid. So it's possible to dodge most of the damage incoming. And that's what a squid build usually relies on.
And we saw there that the Libgil probably has an idea of where the blue ships are at this point. They checked the south spawn, did not see them, which means obviously that they spawned on the north side at this point. Red has a general idea, however the squid is starting to do squid things. They may be spotted any second, though. They may have a general idea where they are. Spots are going out right now. In fact, the goldfish has been spotted. Squid trying to stay away from being spotted, unfortunately not doing so, as the Fancy is sitting back right now. Looks like we're going to have a 2v1 on the goldfish, and red side is going to go for the squid here. So it looks like Libgil is trying to line up a Hwacha on the squid, and getting some... No engines on the squid. Bad luck right there. No, actually, 1 engine going down on the squid. Not enough, though, to set up a move on the squid. Bad luck right there. Meanwhile, looks like we're going to have some 1v1s going on. It's going to be the Fancy versus the Libgil, and the Maenad versus the Attenuation. This appears to be the same thing they did last time, as Maenad gets hull broken right here. He's down to about 65% permahull right there. The Attenuation, however, keeping the front of the ship on the Maenad. This is exactly what the Mobula wants. Keep that front of the ship pointed at the squid at all times. If the squid gets on your back, you got a problem. Meanwhile, the Fancy looks like they're backing up here as we got a hull break on the Maenad once again. Maenad having a lot of trouble right now keeping that armor up against the Mobula. The Mobula is winning that 1v1 regularly right now, as there is a hull break right now on the attenuation. Those Hades shots coming out. Nice job right there. Fancy coming into play. They might get the 2v1. Blue might get on the board right here. Libgil is out of position. They're too far out to really do anything. There's a hull break on the Maenad. Could they steal? Could the red side, could Storm Riders steal a kill right here in a 2v1? Oh, that would be just a crushing, crushing for the Fancy Maenad Riders. Absolutely not what they wanted right there. Storm Riders in firm control, 3-0, winning a 1v2 on the Squid.
Interesting, because I would have expected they would have gone for a different strategy, as it didn't work last engagement, putting the squid to fight for the Mobula and having the Mobula fend off the goldfish. But at this point, it looks like they will be getting another kill on the Fancy, as they both are grouping up on him in their spawn. It's going to be interesting to see if the squid spawns in close by. He does spawn in close by. He's going in to probably save his ally.
Yeah, he should. This is a good call.
If he can get away, of course. If his ally goes down and he can get away in time, then definitely. But I'm scared this is going to turn into a conveyor belt.
Nah, he's got enough armor up. He should go in. In fact, he should be going on the attenuation right now. He has the back of the attenuation. Unfortunately, though, that watch it comes out. Looks like there is a hull break on someone. That hull break is on... Nope, not a hull break. My bad. Actually, there was a hull break. They just got it back up very quickly. That was on the Maenad. No perma-hull damage on the Maenad. Meanwhile, the Squid, unfortunately, has the front of the Mobula right now. It looks like it's going to be the Goldfish on the Maenad at this point, as the attenuation is trying to take out perma-hull on the Fancy, doing a little bit right there. Maenad picking up a little bit of perma-hull on the Libgil. This is not good for the Maenad, though, as they have no engines. No engines whatsoever. Still have that balloon, though. So they got a little bit of mobility still in play, as there is a hull break on the Fancy.
A 1v1 the Fancy was trying to force on that attenuation. It doesn't seem to go very well at the moment.
No, it does not. In fact, there's a kill 4-0 in favor of Storm Riders. Storm Riders in complete control of this match. And in fact, if the Libgil gets a Watcha disable on the Squid's engines, you can probably call it GG right then and there.
What will the squid be doing? Oh, he's eating. He's eating a lot of damage.
Yes, he's
tons of damage.
That's about what he didn't want right there. That is GG right there. 5-0 clean win for Storm Riders. That means they are moving on, while the Fancy Maenad Riders will be moving on to the road to redemption.